In 1623, long before the United States even existed, a small group of English settlers landed on a coastline that seemed to hate them. The North Atlantic howled, and the New England winter was an icy tyrant. This place, which would one day be known as New Hampshire, felt less like a new beginning and more like the end of the world. Unlike the Pilgrims in Plymouth, these weren't people driven by religious dreams. They were tough, practical men, fishermen, traders, and craftsmen sent by merchants to carve out a profit from the wilderness. They landed at the mouth of the Piscataqua River, built crude houses at a spot called Odione's Point, and started cutting down ancient forests. But winter hit them like a hammer. The cold devoured their crops, ice locked up the river, and the dwindling food supplies became a daily obsession. Many thought they wouldn't last until spring. Down south, the Plymouth colonists whispered that the men of Piscataqua were doomed to freeze or starve, but they didn't. They refused to give up. They hunted in snowdrifts that were taller than they were. They carefully traded with the local Abenaki people, who knew how to survive these brutal winters. They learned to smoke fish, cure meat, and build shelters that could withstand the relentless wind. When disease struck, they buried their dead in the frozen ground and kept working. When storms destroyed their buildings, they just built them stronger. New Hampshire didn't grow fast like Massachusetts or get rich like Virginia. It simply refused to die. Over the years, new settlements like Dover and Exeter were founded further up the river. Each won a small victory against the odds, but a new enemy appeared. Politics. The powerful Massachusetts Bay Colony wanted to swallow its smaller northern neighbor, trying to control its trade, its laws, and its way of life. For decades, New Hampshire was caught in a tug-of-war, fighting to stay independent. Through it all, the people of New Hampshire held on to their rugged character. They were pioneers who built towns where no one thought they could stand, carving farms out of rocky, unforgiving soil. They lived with the hard truth that survival was never a guarantee. It had to be earned every single day. By the end of the 1600s, this tiny, struggling outpost had become something more. It was a monument to human endurance, a colony built not on grand visions, but on the quiet, unbreakable will of people who faced the winter year after year and refused to let it win.